Welcome back to Story in 5 Pages. If you're new to our channel, this segment is called Ask Storyinfive. Today's dilemma is titled, My Husband Said She Seduced Him. My husband, who was a teacher, was found making out with the 15-year-old student behind the bleachers in the school gym. Let me mention that he and I taught at the same school. The authorities were called, and despite him claiming that she seduced him, he pled guilty to indecent liberties with a child. He got 5 years probation and was forced to register as a sex offender. He is not allowed to be around any minor children except for our two sons, who at the time were 5 and 7. This means, of course, he was fired from his job, despite having been a teacher for 10 years. Now he refuses to take a job unless it pays him the same salary or more as the teaching job. I love my husband, but I have a bigger concern. I'm not sure just how much I can trust him around our own kids.
Wowzers. Thank you for sharing your story. This is a toughie. Not only can you not trust him around your kids, but you can't trust him around yourself either. These are all problems that he created for himself when he decided to disrespect the marriage, your children, and violate someone else's child. Hopefully, you're not considering his claim of seduction in your decision to stay with him, because as the adult and the teacher, he was the one who was responsible. Had he felt the student was being inappropriate with him, it was his job to alert the principal and have the student removed from his class, not sneak off and do what he did behind the bleachers. Now you have 3 children because you're taking care of a grown man who can work but is refusing to work due to restraints he caused. It's okay that you love him because you've built a family together. That's normal. But was he loving you when he tore the family apart? No. You and your kids are holding the brunt of the embarrassment, especially if you still work at that same school. This situation is not fair to you, your sanity, your body, or your kids. There's a world full of teenagers out there. This may not be the first incident, and it might not be the last. Your question was that you don't know if you can trust him around your kids, but I think you should get out while you can. It's not a question of trust anymore. It's a question of livelihood. It's a question of STDs. It's a question of all the other mishaps that can occur because of his infidelity. By being married, your assets are linked together. So now you're responsible for court fees. You're responsible for lawsuits since he's not working. He has marked your family for possible retaliation. How often has a jilted person hurt the family of the person who hurt them? And make no mistakes about it, he did hurt this teenage girl. She may think she was in love, but her mind is not developed enough to know what real love is. Imagine the future problems this teen is going to have in life. Imagine the problems your sons are going to have in life with people calling their dad a name that starts with P and ends in vert. Not to mention all the whispering behind your back. None of you deserve that. When you said your vows and mentioned for better or worse, I'm sure you didn't have this scenario in mind. It's okay to forgive him, but staying with him and taking care of him on his terms only enables him to do whatever he wants without consideration for your family or others. Just how much are you willing to put up with? You'll know when you've reached your limit. I just hope it's not too late. This one was tough. I almost don't want to ask y'all to put your advice in the comments, but if you have any kind and supportive, uplifting advice for this listener, then please leave it in the comments. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you like these videos, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Okay, thanks. Bye.